As Voyager 1 drifts farther into the unknown, its signals grow weaker, yet each transmission carries insights that could reshape our understanding of the universe. Scientists, engineers, and visionaries around the world are now faced with a profound challenge. How do we continue what Voyager 1 has started? With its instruments aging and its power supply dwindling, Voyager 1's time is limited. But its discoveries demand action. If we are to unlock the secrets lurking beyond the heliopause, we need new spacecraft, ones built for the vastness of interstellar space, equipped with advanced propulsion systems capable of reaching distances Voyager 1 never could. 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Inspired by these revelations, teams at NASA, SpaceX, and other space agencies are already discussing the next generation of deep space probes. One such concept, known as the Interstellar Pathfinder, is in early development. Unlike Voyager 1, which relied on gravitational assists to gain speed, this new craft would be equipped with cutting-edge propulsion, perhaps nuclear fusion or even a breakthrough in antimatter technology. The goal: to reach beyond the heliosphere in a fraction of the time it took Voyager 1 and to study the strange magnetic fluctuations in real time, rather than through a decades-old spacecraft struggling to communicate across the cosmic void. 9 minutes and 15 seconds. But what if Voyager 1's discoveries are even more profound than we realize? Some researchers believe that the faint, rhythmic signals detected at the edge of the heliopause might not just be natural magnetic fluctuations. They wonder, could these patterns be evidence of something, or someone, trying to communicate? The idea is controversial, yet it cannot be ignored. If the universe is filled with interconnected energy streams, could an advanced civilization have learned to manipulate them? Could these signals be a form of interstellar communication, a language written in the very fabric of space? 9 minutes and 48 seconds. While most scientists remain cautious, a small team has begun analyzing Voyager 1's data for anomalies, patterns that might suggest an intelligent origin. So far, no definitive evidence has emerged, but the patterns remain unexplained. The possibility lingers. Has Voyager 1 stumbled upon the first whispers of an unknown cosmic intelligence? 10 minutes and 21 seconds. If so, the implications are staggering. It would mean that humanity is no longer simply an observer of the cosmos. We are now a participant, an entity that has, perhaps unwittingly, knocked on the door of something far greater. What happens next depends on what we find. If these signals are merely natural phenomena, they will still reshape our understanding of interstellar space. But if they are something more, if they hint at a presence beyond our solar system, then Voyager 1's journey may mark the true beginning of interstellar exploration. 10 minutes and 55 seconds. For now, the spacecraft continues on its lonely path, further and further into the void, carrying with it the hopes and questions of an entire species. As its final transmissions reach Earth, humanity stands at the edge of a new era, an era where the mysteries of space are no longer out of reach but waiting to be understood. And just beyond the fading signal of Voyager 1, something may be waiting to answer. A signal from the unknown. The world watched as Voyager 1's latest transmission was received, an unusually long and complex signal. At first, scientists believed it to be a simple data anomaly, perhaps an error caused by the spacecraft's aging systems. But as they analyzed the transmission, they realized something was different. The fluctuations in the magnetic field were no longer just erratic pulses, they carried a pattern. Dr. Evelyn Carter, a leading astrophysicist at NASA's Deep Space Network, stared at the data stream on her screen. "This isn't just random interference," she whispered, her heart pounding. "There's structure here, repetition." Her team worked tirelessly to decode the strange signals. Hidden within the background noise was a rhythmic sequence, too precise to be natural. It was as if Voyager 1 had intercepted something, a response. 12 minutes and 5 seconds. A wake-up call for humanity. News of the signal spread rapidly. Within hours, agencies across the globe were collaborating to decipher the message. Even Elon Musk, intrigued by the discovery, redirected SpaceX's AI systems to assist in the analysis. His words echoed across the world. If this is real, then we are no longer just explorers, we are the discovered. The question on everyone's mind: who, or what, is sending this signal? 12 minutes and 45 seconds. A countdown begins. As the analysis deepened, an unsettling revelation emerged. The signal wasn't just a repeating pattern, it was changing over time, as if in response to Voyager 1's movement. Scientists compared the fluctuations and realized something chilling. The signal wasn't coming from Voyager 1 itself. It was coming from somewhere ahead of it. Whatever was out there already knew Voyager 1 was approaching. The scientific community was divided. Some argued that it was a naturally occurring space phenomenon, perhaps an unknown interaction between interstellar plasma and cosmic magnetic fields. Others, however, believed that the pattern's complexity suggested intelligence. 13 minutes and 30 seconds, the SpaceX initiative. Elon Musk, never one to back down from the unknown, called for a new mission. Voyager 1 has done its part, he announced. Now it's our turn. Within days, SpaceX and NASA collaborated on an emergency initiative, Project Starbound. The goal? To launch a new, high-speed probe using next-generation propulsion, one that could intercept Voyager 1's trajectory before it lost power forever. They didn't just want to analyze the signal. They wanted to see what was out there. 14 minutes and 10 seconds, the first contact debate. World leaders and scientists debated the ethical and existential implications. If the signal was artificial, should humanity respond? Should we risk revealing our presence to something that may not have our best interests in mind? Dr. Carter, now at the center of the mystery, addressed the United Nations. For millennia, we have looked up at the stars and wondered if we were alone. We may have just received our answer. But the real question is, are we ready? 15 minutes. The final transmission. Just as plans for Project Starbound were solidifying, Voyager 1 sent one last, unexpected transmission. A single pulse, stronger than any before, cut through the cosmic noise. And then, silence. Voyager 1 had gone dark. But before the signal disappeared completely, scientists detected something within that last pulse, a shift in frequency, something encoded deep within the data. As they decrypted it, their screens displayed a single, chilling message. Not random pulses. Not a natural occurrence. A sequence of numbers. Coordinates. And they didn't point back to Earth. They pointed to something waiting ahead. 15 minutes and 45 seconds. The unknown beckons. The world held its breath. A message, possibly from an intelligence beyond our own, had just marked a location in deep space. Something, or someone, was waiting. The question wasn't whether humanity would go. It was who would be brave enough to take the first step. The race to the unknown. The coordinates from Voyager 1's final transmission sent shockwaves across the scientific community. The numbers pointed to a region of deep space beyond the heliopause, far beyond where any probe had ventured before. Theories flooded in. Some believed it could be a naturally occurring anomaly, a cosmic beacon formed by unknown interstellar forces. Others whispered a more unsettling possibility. Someone, or something, had sent those coordinates deliberately. The world had no choice but to act. NASA and SpaceX accelerated Project Starbound, but they were not the only ones. China's CNSA, the European Space Agency, and even private space firms announced their own plans to investigate the signal. The greatest space race in human history had begun, not for Mars, not for colonization, but for first contact. 18 minutes. The Starborn Initiative. Elon Musk made a bold statement. Humanity was never meant to remain on one planet forever. We now have proof that something, or someone, is out there. The only question left is, do we answer the call? His engineers had been working on a prototype spacecraft capable of deep space travel, Starborn 1. Unlike Voyager, this ship would not be a simple probe, it would carry humans. For the first time, there was serious discussion about sending a crew beyond the heliopause, past the boundary of the known solar system, and into true interstellar space. But time was running out. Voyager 1 had gone silent. Had it reached its destination? Had something, or someone, interfered? 20 minutes. A signal awakens. Just as humanity debated its next move, something happened that sent a chill through the scientific community. A new signal arrived. But it wasn't coming from Voyager 1's last known position. It was coming from the coordinates themselves. The message was brief, a single phrase encoded in an unknown transmission method. But when translated into simple mathematical patterns, the meaning became clear. You are not alone. 21 minutes and 30 seconds. The decision. The discovery changed everything. This was no longer just a theoretical possibility. It was confirmation. In a secret emergency session, world leaders gathered. Should humanity respond? Should we risk sending humans into the unknown? Or was it too dangerous? Dr. Evelyn Carter, still leading the research effort, made a case that history would never forget. For centuries, we have searched the stars for a sign. Now, the stars have answered. To ignore this is to ignore our destiny. We must go. The decision was made. Project Starbound would not send a robotic probe. It would send a crew. 23 minutes. The first interstellar crew. The world watched as Starborn 1 was prepared for launch. A joint effort between NASA, SpaceX, and global space agencies, the mission would carry a select group of scientists, engineers, and astronauts to investigate the source of the signal. For the first time in human history, people would travel beyond the solar system, past the limits of the sun's influence. The crew had only one mission: follow Voyager 1's path. Reach the coordinates. Find out what's waiting. 25 minutes, the final countdown. As the ship stood ready on the launch pad, humanity held its breath. The next step into the unknown was no longer a question of if. It was happening. And as the countdown reached 0, the engines roared to life. Mankind was leaving the solar system. For the first time, we were truly going to meet the unknown.